Well, hello and welcome to the SUTV post-match show. Carl, not what we were hoping for today. These 3 points were really, really important for us and we want them so bad. And I think you could tell that in the game as well. How are you feeling up there? I sat there right behind you.
I'm completely numb, I think, like everyone who was at the game. There was so much that went on there. And the fact that, the goals, they were all soft. The first one, obviously, was an error. Then the second, I think it shouldn't have even been a corner to them. That was what everyone was so upset about. And then from that passage of play, an own goal. And then the most freaky own goal to, the third. Just so unfortunate. So I'm completely numb.
And obviously compared to that first half as well, where the energy was so low and we were sitting quite deep going into that second half. And then we come out with the energy, like we say, the change of formation, and it had such a good impact, great impact.
Yeah, we were very narrow first half. We struggled to get some width. The boys were playing some great intricate football, still creating chances. And it's McAtee, he's just playing at another level at the moment. He's causing everyone problems, running from central. But then the manager made the formation change. Second half, straight away you got Baldock putting in a really gorgeous cross where their defender almost cleared it into his own net. You had Maxlow on the other wing-back side coming in, almost scoring. So the changes the manager made all affected the game positively. And then, we score a really good goal. McBurney took it so well. Yep. And then with Anel's goal, the boys did so well. McAtee threw himself in at the far post, trying to launch himself into the goal to get the goal. But when the ball's fallen to Anel, it's still a really difficult finish. He managed to open out his body and finish it into the far corner. So you're then expecting more and more because the boys were really playing well. And just so frustrating that, congratulations to Luton. It was a great match from both teams. They gave their all. It's just so bitterly disappointing. 2 own goals and for me a really contentious decision from the referee.
No, absolutely, and I think obviously you all know how it feels in a dressing room as well to lose a game like this, and especially on Boxing Day when the fans have got such high spirits and knowing how important this game is. How do you think the players are feeling in that dressing room?
Well, it's going to be completely flat. They're going to be absolutely dejected because they've given so much and they've got nothing from it, and they're going to wake up and look at the table and the gap is grown because the teams around it have won. But they've got to remember how they're playing. They've got so many positive things from this game. The performances, individual performance again, were really high levels. The team play, the formation, the manager, the boys were in the game and the manager's able to change things to try and get the 3 points and they took us forward. So there's so many positives to take from a really bitter low.
No, absolutely. And let's get some insight into that dressing room now. Well, Austin, thank you for joining us now. Can you just talk us through that match? Because me and Carl were just saying about all the positives in that game as well.
Yeah, I think we let ourselves down in the first half. We came out flat. We didn't come out the way that we should have, the way that we intended to. Second half, we rebounded and we showed some heart, we showed some desire, came back, and then it's just the goals we give up. There's just goals we can't concede. That's what let us down.
And me and Carl were talking about such the positives in the second half, especially how you all came out, that change of formation, and those 2 great goals. I mean, you must take some positives away from this.
It's hard to look at the positives. You want to win. This is an important game for us. It's a big game for us. We felt we gave the game away. We were up 2-1, and everything's going in our favor. And then we just give up sloppy goals. And
was it a corner? From where we were, it didn't look like
I'm not sure. I have to watch it back.
Okay.
Regardless, it went in the net. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And what's the feeling like in that dressing room right now?
Not the best. At the end of the day, we have to keep going on and keep just developing our mindset. But right now, I think we're all just hurting and just trying to find a way. We're all just disappointed in how it came about.
But again, we saw you've gone from the 4 at the back where you're playing left back. Then you're able to change, the manager, you're providing such versatility that you can go to 3 at the back and then you've got the wing backs pushed on. For me, I'm trying to take positives. I know you guys must be absolutely dejected. You've just worked your socks off and got nothing for it. But you are from the outside. You're performing so well and you're now really putting a fight up. The last couple of games has just been brilliant. So you've got to keep the head up. Massive game against Man City. They're going to be scared of you. You've shown you've got the fight.
Yeah, we Yeah, shoot, I played, I think, 4 positions today. Left back,
Yeah.
left center back in a 3, middle center back in a 3, and center back in a 2. Yeah, we change formations, we adapt, and we keep going. We showed fight in the second half, and yeah, there are some positives to take out of it if you look at big picture, but it's really hard to look big picture when you pretty much keep up the game.
How's legs? How's everything? You feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, this is what you live for. This is why you play. I'm here from the UK, from the U.S. And this is my life, and this is everything you sacrifice. And yeah, we all feel good, and it's the mindset to keep grinding, keep going on. But yeah, we going into Man City. I think we show that we can play against any team in the world. It's just how we go about it, and how it's on us, really. That's what the gaffer was saying.
It's small levels, small little things that can change matches. But you really, the fans were backing you guys because you've lost, but you put up such a good show, a good fight. The determination was there, the character was there. So there are things to rally with.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we want to do it with the fans. We want to win for the fans, and we want to win for ourselves and for the organization. So it's hard to look at the positives, but in the meantime, you learn from the mistakes and you just get better and go on.
Okay.
Well, Trusty, thank you for coming out and speaking to us.
Appreciate it.
Carl, thoughts from Trusty, and we can just see how deflated he is, and obviously we know the whole dressing room will be feeling like that as well.
Of course, I'm just trying to remind him, they've just lost. He's going to be hard to console. I know what I was like when I lost. They gave everything. And as he said, it wasn't that we were outplayed or outbeaten. There was one error for the first goal. The second goal I don't think should have transpired anyway because it shouldn't have been a corner. But it was an own goal, the second, and then a complete fluke, the third. So that's why it's so galling. I think if you're beaten and you're thoroughly beaten by an opponent, that's okay. But where the ball's deflecting off one of your own players and it's going millimetres over one of your players who can clear it, it must be completely deflating. And then to see the table at the end of that, there's a 6-point gap now. So it's going to be really hard for them to take, but they can't lose hope because they've really performed well. Aston Villa, they were brilliant. Today again, they're up against one of the toughest opponents in Luton who make you fight for everything.
And we saw them change as well, like we did at Aston Villa, that formation change and that positivity get kicked in.
Oh,
it kicked in and we saw it again.
Exactly. Yeah. The manager's able to change and the boys are adapting, and every time he does something, the manager's proactive. He's not just waiting for the opposition to score and then he's changing to get the boys more attacking options and to make us stronger. And every time he's doing it, it's working. So they've got to, as you just saw from Trusty, he's completely deflated now. But when he looks back at the match and what happened in the match, there's so many positives to take from. For me, I was frustrated when we won away at Brighton and everyone's whooping. I didn't think it was a good performance. Today, there's so many plus points to take from this, yet we've got nothing. So it's a balancing act. But the boys are putting up a fight, and Man City, it's the toughest match you could ask for. But these boys will be up for the challenge.
And that is next on the 30th. How do we look at that game heading into that one? Obviously, talking about some yellows today as well. I think Harmer will be missing that game now, and Anel as well, both on 5 now. And I think that was to reset tomorrow, and the 19th game was today. So I think we'll be without them too, and obviously McAtee as well. And they were key players in the game today.
Yeah, I thought McAtee was well. They all were. I thought he's been brilliant the last couple of games. He's just, when the ball's at his feet, he's just at another level. And the desire for our second goal, was it the second one? Yeah. When he's trying to throw himself in, this is a creative flair player trying to fling himself in to score a goal. He's turning into an all-round player.
And we saw him a few times running in and just not quite, the other players following him there as well, just missing them opportunities. But with those players, how do you think we'll be against Man City without them key players that gave us that positivity today?
Well, the manager, his bench, you saw Brewster's come back. We've just seen Norrington Davis out here training again. So that we're getting numbers back. Obviously, we're going to miss those two. And Anel, I thought his finish was absolutely brilliant. It wasn't a tap-in. He's actually opened his body out and steered it round to 2 people who were blocking him. So he's going to be a big miss. He's our captain. He's just come back, and we saw more from Anel today going forward. First half, he drove up 30, 40 yards like we used to see. So the players are coming back with good performances. Today's just, it's a bitter result. But in isolation, if you look at the performances that were there, Vinny Souza I thought was really good again. You know, there's lots to take away, you know, more to take away today from today's loss than in a victory away at Brighton where we lucked upon it really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, that's all from here today at Bramall Lane, but please do join Carl and Richard as they look ahead to our game on the 30th against City. We'll see you then.